All right, welcome to your next escape room. All right, so these are what your locks are going to be, and what you're trying to figure out is what quadrant you're in based solely on the information provided. So if you remember from our previous lesson, we talked about trying to figure out what quadrants things were positive and negative in, right? So in quadrant number 1, we said that everything was positive because your x and your y were both positive with your trig functions. In quadrant number 2, because your x now is negative and your y is positive, anything that has an x in it is going to be negative. So that means the only thing that's positive is sine and its reciprocal, which was cosecant. In the third quadrant, both of your x's and your y's are negative. So if they have both, the two negatives are going to cancel each other out. So that gives us tangent and its reciprocal cotangent. And finally, in the fourth quadrant, only your y's are negative. So whatever has a y is going to be negative. So that means cosine and its reciprocal are the only ones that are not negative. So how can I use this information? So I'll help you out with one of the first locks. So let's take a look at this piece of information. So where is sine greater than 0? So basically that means where is it positive? Okay, so if I take a look at that, I know that sine is positive in 2 quadrants, right? Because sine is made up of y over r. So where will my y be positive? It will be positive in my first quadrant and in my second quadrant. Looking at cosine, cosine is made up of x over r. Again, greater than 0, that also means positive. So that means where is cosine positive? Cosine is positive in the first quadrant and also in the second quadrant. Where do these two overlap? They're going to overlap in that very first quadrant. So that means this answer will be quadrant number 1. All right, so again, use your information that's given to us. Greater than 0 means it's positive, less than 0 is negative. Good luck trying to solve your locks.